Hello everyone, Pete here, and this is the BoboVR S3 Pro Headstrap for the Meta Quest 3 and 3S. And I've been desperate to try this as I only got my Quest 3 a few weeks ago, and so many people rave about how incredible this headstrap really is. So let's blast through my top 14 thoughts on this, including does it fix the 5 biggest issues I have with my Meta Quest 3, an answer to something I was concerned about, a surprising nice feature I wasn't expecting, whether extra batteries and the dock are worth getting, and whether you should buy this. So at 1 is what's in the box, and we get the instruction manual, a honeycomb pad that we can velcro onto the inside of the strap if we want to use this, obviously the S3 Pro strap itself, a USB-C cable, and of course one battery for the S3 Pro. So my first thought opening the box was, wow, just how premium the S3 Pro strap is, which it should be considering the cost of this thing that I'll come on to shortly. At 2 is just how durable and solid feeling the S3 Pro is. Like, you can really tell this is going to last a long time with prolonged use over a good number of years, which is really great. My third thought was how the colour and design aesthetic perfectly complements the Meta Quest 3. Like, you actually would think that this is an official product from Meta themselves. It really is that professional and official looking. At 4 was how relatively easy it was to install the S3 Pro strap in 3 easy steps. Step 1 is to remove the OG strap on the left side, then the right side, then undo the Velcro part at the top. Step 2 is the trickiest part. It took me a while to figure this out actually, as when we tried to actually attach the S3 Pro as is out of the box, it just doesn't attach to the Quest 3 at all. So what I figured out after a while is to click this left part down, then the same on the right side, then only when both are at 45 degrees downwards do we then gently slide the S3 Pro strap onto the Quest 3, until both edges are nicely in place. And step 3 is super easy, which is to get the S3 Pro charge cable and simply plug it into the Quest 3 headset. At 5 is how it fixes the first of 5 issues I have with the Quest 3, which is how this adjustable rear dial makes it so much easier to put on and take off the Quest 3. On the standard strap we have to adjust these fiddly side straps, which is a hassle, as I often have to do this on my 9-year-old's Quest 3 when he gets stuck and I need to wear his headset. And this amazing dial at the back takes every bit of frustration out of adjusting the old strap. With just a few satisfying clicks, we can get the S3 Pro strap as tight or as loose as we want. My 6th thought was at first a negative one, in that the S3 Pro strap does feel quite heavy, coming in at around 300 grams, then adding the battery which is about 185 grams, which takes up to around 500 grams in total. However, this actually fixes my second big issue with the Quest 3, in that the headset, being 500 grams, places a lot of pressure on the bridge of the nose. But the S3 Pro strap with the battery actually balances this weight out perfectly, which now makes using the Quest 3 for hours so much more comfortable. Talking about comfort, at 7 is how it fixes my third issue with the Quest 3, which is the basic fabric strap included is just not comfortable at all in my opinion. And the inner padding of the S3 Pro feels luxurious. Again, this really does make playing for hours and hours in VR with this thing so much more enjoyable. In particular, what creates so much comfort are these 2 padded areas that rest on the top of our head, which alleviates so much pressure from the Quest 3 resting on the bridge of our nose. And I've been totally addicted to the hottest VR game at the moment, which is the incredible Ghost Town. And I can now play this for hours at a time due to how comfy the S3 Pro strap is. On the subject of playing for hours and hours, at 8 let's talk about the battery. And the S3 Pro strap fixes my 4th and huge issue with the Quest 3, which is its mediocre battery life, which really doesn't last much more than an hour when playing super intense games like the incredible Assassin's Creed Nexus. And the included battery with the S3 Pro strap adds around another 2 to 3 hours onto this, which is insane. This is an absolutely game-changing feature. Plus, snapping on and off is so much fun. Well, it always leaves me satisfied and smiling.
That's what she said.
Michael, please.
There he is.
Please.
Mwah! There he is.
That leaves me on to getting extra batteries at 9. I've been testing out these and it's crucial we get the correct type for the S3 Pro strap, and the version of these are called B100s. Now, just using the included 1 battery in the strap will be enough for a lot of Quest 3 owners, but getting at least 1 extra battery will completely remove all battery anxiety whatsoever. which leads me on to 10, which is if we do get an extra B100 battery or even 2, then this battery dock is kinda essential. Again, it's crucial we get the correct version, and this model is called the BD3 Battery Charging Dock. Plugging it into a normal USB plug takes literally hours to charge the batteries. So I bought this 100 watt Anker charging plug, and wow, this is highly recommended. It charges up the batteries significantly faster to around an hour, and I'll drop a link below in the description. At the front we have a nifty LED screen that tells us the battery percentage for each battery charging, although it doesn't record very well on my 4K camera. And the B100 batteries again have this incredible magnetic snap mechanism that even holds them solidly in place upside down. Man, I love this feature so much. At 11 is an answer to a worry that I had with the S3 Pro, which is that when laying down our head on a cushion or a pillow like I often do in bed or the couch, well, how well does it work? Well, I'm pleased to say that the maker BoboVR have factored this in, which is there is a super helpful hinge so we can put the back part of the strap fully up, so it balances perfectly on the top part of our head, which avoids any discomfort. Another potential worry I had at 12 was the loudness of the fans and whether they would detract from my gaming experience. And thankfully the fans noise causes no such issues. This is it at 50% volume. And now 25% volume. This is it at 75% volume. And finally at 100% full max settings, which is what I use. And because we know that the Quest 3 speakers are so full and loud, they really aren't that noticeable even on 100%. Linked in with this at 13 is how the S3 Pro fixes my fifth and biggest issue with the Quest 3, which is motion sickness. As I say, I'm a complete noob to VR since getting my Quest 3 a month or two ago, and this means I can feel sick quite a bit, especially in fast-moving, intense games like the incredible Arizona Sunshine 2 remake. But the cooling fan from the S3 Pro gently blowing on my face really does help massively to mitigate against any motion sickness, which is so awesome. And at 14 is the price, and this does not come cheap, with the S3 Pro around 100, and if you do want absolute zero battery anxiety, then an additional battery is about 40, the battery dock is just over 30, and an Anker 100 watt plug to fast charge is just under 30, for a combined total of about £200 and dollars. So should you buy the BoboVR S3 Pro strap? Well, if you're a light user of the Quest 3, say 15 minutes every few days, then no. I don't think that you should get this, due to the as just mentioned high cost investment that you won't really fully get your money's worth from. If you're a moderate Quest 3 user, so say half an hour to an hour pretty much most days, then I think that you should seriously consider buying this. It really will elevate your VR experience dramatically in terms of removing battery anxiety and taking comfort to a whole new level. And if you're a heavy Quest 3 user, so say an hour or more of gaming every single day, then I'd say that yes, the S3 Pro, at least one extra battery, the charging dock, and also the 100 watt charger plug are all absolutely essential, and you will not regret buying this one bit. And the highest compliment I can give is that I loved my time testing this that Jiang and the great team at BoboVR very kindly sent to me. That yes, I went out and bought it all again with my own hard-earned money for our family's second Quest 3. It really is such a phenomenal product, and I'll drop purchase links below in the description. I'd love to hear what you think about the BoBo S3 Pro. Are you thinking of getting one? Or if you have one, then let us know whether you'd recommend it below in the comments. And as a thank you for watching this far, I'd love to share this awesome quote. Better days are coming. You won't always wake up with a heavy heart. If you're going through a really tough situation right now, then realize it's only temporary. The hurt and pain will not last forever. So let's do our very best to remain positive, and so stay encouraged today, guys. And as an extra bonus treat for staying right to the end, here's our gorgeous rescue cat, and her name is Pancake. And if you enjoyed today's video, then check out the 25 things that really surprised me in my first week with the Quest 3 right here. Please like, subscribe, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.